Hey, what up, everybody? Duck here. Welcome to the stream. Sorry, I didn't have this set up. I was on Linky Poo. How we doing on the audio? What up? What up? I was messing with the audio. Sorry. So let's just make sure it sounds good. And I thought, let's see, play. There we go. I thought we were playing some music here, but I don't know why it's not playing. All right, can you guys at least hear me? I don't think you can hear music, but give me confirmation on that at least. Let's see, audio, mic. Yeah, should be good. Better? Turn it up? Is that what you're saying? Turn it up? Let's see. There we go. Turned up. But yeah, I don't see the music playing. That's the only weird thing. Clear. Okay. Let's go. All right. So, yeah, I mean, we, of course, had this, nasty little dip, right? And, on our high time frame view here, what we're looking at right now, sounds good. Turn your mic up a scotch. Let's see. I maxed it out there. Maybe I could just bring it a little closer. Hopefully that helped. Anyways, so, yeah, so we obviously had that nasty Darth Maulish candle looking sucker on this higher time frame. But real quick, if we just zoom in, I think it was the 2 hour. So if we go to the 2 hour and we go to the oscillators, there was some nasty stuff going on here. Okay, so you can see this this peak high of the positive momentum here. So if you kind of line that up here, right, you can see we had 1, 2, 3 times. Oh, geez, I didn't do that right. Hold on. Let me redraw that. Redraw. Okay, so we had 1, 2, 3 times bearish divergence. Okay, see where we had each time we kept making a higher high on price. Okay, we put in 3 higher highs, and every time we did that, we were putting in lower levels of positive momentum. And if you even look at this positive momentum here on the, let's just keep this on the 2 hour. Sorry. Okay, so keeping that on the 2 hour, we'll bring this to the 12. Pretty sure it's from 12. Okay, so right here, we almost had like a head and shoulders, right? Not that you would have a head and shoulders on the MACD, but you would have a head and shoulders on the MACD. Okay, so it's just showing the changing momentum, right? The reversing of the momentum, where you have this big reversing, right? So if we look at that, put the third one here, see this? So you basically had like this head and shoulders that then just dumped and sold off, right? So looking back at it now, zooming out, you can see we had this peak high for this high here. And then from there, we put in lower levels, which was here. And then we're marked here because that's the higher high. I know you're like, wait, there's nothing there, but that's the higher high. So the bulls, what this says is that the bulls were able to pump price all the way up here and sweep the highs, right? If you had a stop at 68.5, they pushed it right to 69 for the memes, right? 69K. And then you had the sell off. Well, zooming back in here, I mean, yeah, it never even went green, right? So never even went green, but yet you still put in this higher high. So interesting development there. And at the same time, if you were watching the RSI, boom, boom, boom. This last high here, look how much how much lower the relative strength was, right? And then proceeded to sell off, okay? So pretty sure this is coming from the 12 hour. Clear that up a little. No, it's good here on the 2. You can see it developed now, right? Where you have much lower levels of negative momentum now after the dump, right? You have this run up and then you have this partial decline and you paint the hidden bullish divergence, and now you have the next wave up, okay? This is kind of what we're not expecting. We don't expect anything, but that's kind of what we're looking for, just to identify continuation, okay? So let's see. Speaking of which, do you guys hear the music? I never got a confirmation on that because I don't want the music to be what's really loud right now. Let's see. Audio good from Lance in the Discord. That's promising. Okay. Oh, my back's wrecked. All right. So back to the 12 hour here. Let me zoom back out a little bit here. Okay. So all that action that we were just looking at was on the 2 hour. That's what caused, you can see, we still can see them right there. Boom, boom, boom. It caused that 3x bearish divergence, and now you had the sell off. So now on the 12 hour, you haven't really done anything as far as like painting any negative momentum here on this backside. So at this point, I mean, if it remained, it would be more like convergence, right? But there's nothing there yet. So I think you still need more data here on the higher time frame, which is why we were expecting, again, not expecting, but looking out for a potential entry area, which would be this double bottom, right? We're saying let's long here in this area, because that would basically allow price to come back down. And here's that low, right? So you come back down and you either sweep the low and come back up, stop all these people out, or you paint a higher low, right? So one or the other is kind of, that would be ideal, right? No music. Okay, cool. Just didn't want music drowning you guys out. All right, cool. Okay, so this being said, I mean, does it have to come back down here? Not necessarily, because you already, like, you ran back up, right? And you already kind of declined, so that could have been enough, right? The buying pressure could be so massive right now that that's all you're going to get, right? Potentially. Or worst case scenario, right? Let's go to the 4 hour real quick. And you have this kind of I mean, really anything above 60k is going to be healthy, okay? So let's mark this 60k area, 60k basically right here, okay? Right at the stop. So anything below 60k, you do not want to see this, right? Do not want to see that. That's going to be like, go back down to 50 again, right? But that being said, I mean, you have this little area here that you kind of did a little square up action already, okay? So this area is kind of done for, right? You don't have to worry about that one. So the next area of interest, it is really close. Like there's potential square up action. I know that's a horrible line, but it's like 60,500. So you could take a trip down there and come right back up, right? So that's like very, very worst case scenario. But you see what I'm getting at there. Do I think that's going to happen? No, I don't. I'm just trying to tell you that that's like prepare for the worst, right? That you can see it even clearer right here. See this candle that we left behind? That's the one, okay? So let's mark it. It's right there, 60,700, okay? So that's an area to watch for. The other one would be right here. Okay, 61,000, basically 62,000. 62,000 much more likely than the 60,600, okay? 60,701. So again, that goes right into that buy zone, and there's your low, right? So if you sweep that low, you come right down and you tag that square up, and then you come right back up, and then you make your double bottom right here, right? Kind of back test yourself and then run. So that would make some sense, okay? So just be aware, right? That's like a little mini rug pull. That's still just a little trap, just a little trap. Nice little bear trap, all right? So yeah. And if you were able to if you were able to actually get down here to this, to pull that off, you look at this momentum. I guess it's on the 2 hour, but back to our 12 hour, you would get some negative momentum here, right? And if you could just get it just below this, okay, just below it, and now this would be right here, okay, and you would still paint the hidden bearish divergence right there, okay? So it makes sense. It really does. All right. So bigger picture, I think that it's going to give us that, basically another potential long entry area. And at that point, it's like resume up only, okay? So once it's resume up only, we already hit this target 1. Did I mark this? No, this is going to be our target on the way back up. Pretty sure on the 4 hour. Yeah, right here you have the square up to the high side. See this right here? Dink. That's where we're looking when we go back. It's right here in the middle. It's basically like this high almost. See that? This previous kind of high on November 9th at 68,200. So again, you come into this area, you hit the long, maybe you go underwater slightly just to hit this square up here. You could just DCA in, right? Dollar cost average. And then you come up here and you hit target 1. Maybe you get another partial decline, but then you finally get up into this crazy area and you end up at that 72,500. 72,500 is, something we've had on our watch list for a while. I think, let me see, maybe it was on the daily. Let me look out, zoom out. I don't know. I thought I had it marked 72,500. I got it marked on the line here, but I thought I actually like typed 72,500 out. So yeah, anyways, those are your areas of interest. They're marked right here. First one being 68,300. And then you're going to get into this 1272 to 1618 area. Top of that 1618 being 72,600. Okay. And again, you do not want to see anything below 60K. All right. So 60K is the stop loss. That gives you 1.73 to 1 on your money on that first target, which is almost nearly 2 to 1. So it's decent enough equity. But that second target, 3 to 1, that's the one, right? And it makes good sense because 72,500 gives you 3 to 1. It's just like it kind of coincides, right? It coincides. All right. So we're going to move on to the Bitcoin dominance chart. Okay, so here we are. Bitcoin.D. And we have our hidden bullish divergence. Okay, boom. So again, guys, this is basically saying that on Bitcoin, going back to Bitcoin, right, on the 12 hour, that as soon as we fill that long, as soon as we fill this long zone that we're talking about here, we're going to get a nice pump, and 72,500 is just the beginning, right? We have a lot of pump action available here. So potential massive move up into that 85,000 area. And now going back to this dominance chart, think about that, right? Think about that potential move. Oh, here's where we had it marked. 72,500 is right there. So that would be the first move. Boom. Hit those two targets that we have. And then this is that much, much larger finishing move, right? So this harmonic has not, you hit the A target, but you have not hit the C, okay? So this pump right here off of this hidden bullish divergence is going to go right to 49.17% Bitcoin dominance right there, okay? Yeah, it could go straight up. It could be longer. But either way, at some point in the next, 5-6 months, you're going to have 49% dominance on Bitcoin. And the way this is playing out right here, man, this could be fast, okay? This could be fast, especially if again, this doesn't tell us the full story. This just says that all the money, not all the money, 49% of it is going to come into Bitcoin, right? So that could mean that alts and Bitcoin are just nuking. Everything's nuking. And alts are just nuking faster. So people are selling back into Bitcoin as a safe haven, right? That's like worst case scenario, but it's still a potential scenario, right? But on the good side, on the plus side would be, and we'll look at it next, crypto market cap, or crypto total, right? Market cap. On the plus side, the positive pro side of things would be that more money comes into the total market cap overall, and the majority of that money goes into Bitcoin. Bitcoin's pumping, so people are selling out of alts that are doing okay, but Bitcoin's just taking off. Everyone's FOMOs, right? And thinks, oh my God, 100K plus, we're going to 200K, we're going to $1 million, right? So they start selling off some of these assets, maybe even at a loss, just to come over and chase, right? They start chasing Bitcoin. And it causes the dominance to just go up, and we end up at that 49% dominance, right? But in order to be up at that 88,000, 85 to 88K zone on the Bitcoin to USDT pairing, we would basically, in theory, we would see, this, right? Which this basically means 56.7% Bitcoin dominance at that point. So you're talking about massive move up, right? Massive move up and like holding it, right? And then continuing up and then just boom. Because this is going to be that blow off top, right? It hasn't occurred yet. I don't feel like this was the blow off top. This has potential to be the blow off top because you're going to hit this hard resistance. So if you come down here and you sell off, right, it could be over. So we don't want to see that happen, right? We want to see the small sell off, but somewhere holding and then reclaiming with follow through to the upside. So okay, let me see here. Let's go look at total next. Okay, so crypto total market cap. As you can see, we marked this retail FOMO, right? I think it was right here. We were on the 3-day. We marked this. We said Look, I'm going to delete it real quick. Look at it now. We saw this break. We saw this hook, right? This back test right there. And we held that area very nice. Very nice. Yeah, you fell through partial, but it's again the follow through, right? It's about the follow through. If this would have done this, well, then this would have been our red flag, right? Right, red flag, right? It's almost like that's your double bottom with your neckline, right? You backtest that and go. So like, we don't want to see that, right? That's our inverse, bro. Okay, so anyways, retail FOMO was marked on October the 16th. Okay, we said this is it. Retail's coming in. We're gonna pump. We figured by getting to this target here, we had a target at 2.969 trillion, and we thought that's where we'd hit 72. We did not. This is where we hit. Come now that we have more data, 69,000 for the memes. Okay, that's the current high, and it happened right at our, look at that. Our target was 2.973. So let me see, keep that at 2.973 right there. So look at that, guys. We went right through it just barely, but that was it, right? As soon as we hit that target, you had this nasty sell-off. So this being said, we have not hit 70. Whoops, we have not hit that. Sorry, 72,000. 72,500 number yet, which means you would think it would be above, 3 trillion at this point to get it. Then we would have to breach this area, right? Get above it and then go again. Okay, so similar to what we saw right here. Okay, how you breach it, back test it, and then go again. We want to see this again occur right here. Okay, the breach, the back test, a little bit of BS, but ultimately going to the upside, right? All right. Yeah, and then to get even higher, we're thinking the 3.472 trillion area is how we're going to have to get that much money into the overall market cap, right? We need to add another $1.5 trillion. But that's doable. I mean, Elon could do it by himself, right? So it's definitely doable. Yeah. Let's fib this one more time. Okay, so we're fibbing from this previous high to low. Okay, we have a 1618 right here. Okay, and that's where we went. No more. Okay, that was that local 1618 from here. All right, that's where our traders settled up November 9th. Fibbing the total overall structure, right, from the previous May 10th high to the June 21st low. You can see this 1618 up here, 3.48 trillion. That's where we're thinking we need to push this up to, okay? And now, I mean, look at that, 1272. Man, look at that, 1272. So if the 69K was the 1272, that means this is likely the 1414. Okay. This is very likely the 1414. All right. Clear that up. Okay. So we need more money, right? We need more money. We have to fill this gap with money. So, yeah. Going back to now Russian Ethereum. Russian Ethereum has been just an absolute unit, right? Just a straight tank. From where we got these, double harmonics at the basically double bottom low, We broke up, kind of made this neckline, right? We back tested it right here on August the 4th, 3rd and 4th. Broke up, partial decline, hidden bullish divergence on the daily between the 20th of July and the September 19th low. This painted daily hidden bullish divergence. We then rallied again. You tagged all these targets, the C and the A, and at this point of this harmonic structure, you've tagged the 1618. Look at that. Boom. Okay. And that's where you sold off on this decline. So this is getting a little outrageous at this point. Okay. This uptrend right now, it's like, it's, I don't want to say it's unhealthy, but it's just like, I don't know if we should pivot from our anchor from the bottom or top. Hold on. That looks pretty good right here. We have a lot of anchor points, a lot of touch points, right? The more touch points, the more valid. If we bring it in here, that's pretty solid. That's pretty solid channel. Okay. So the interesting thing is like, it's like you take the stairs up, right? Take the stairs up and the elevator down. All right. So is it going to happen yet? No. But that's what's coming, right? So inverse of that is going to be a quick fake out to the upside of the channel, right? Maybe, let's stretch it out here. You break, and look, you're on the high side of this heart line, so that's good if this channel is, you know, a channel, and you back test it, right? And you start riding the top of it, and then you like hit this one, hold it, and then you end up here, right? But then you're going to fall through it, and you're going to start back testing absolutely everything. And this is that, you know, stuff that we say we don't want to see this, we don't want to see this, and we're going to see it. And it may not give us a whole ton of time to react. I mean, you might even come back up here a little bit, but either way, like, that's kind of, once this starts to downtrend, like, it's going to be pretty catastrophic in my opinion, because the market's due again, right? Like, it's due for a flush, it's due for a rug. The fact that literally everybody is now talking about crypto, and if somebody might say, well, Duck, isn't that bullish? Sure, overall, I'm not saying it's going to zero. I'm just saying all the smart money is going to short, rug everyone, get even richer, and then they're going to pump it back up to higher highs down the road, okay? Right now, we're still bullish, okay? At this very moment, we're still bullish. But I'm not just going to stay permeable. We don't do that. Ebbs and flows, ebbs and flows. When it's time to be a bull, we're bullish. When that edge is gone and our advantage as a bull starts to vanish, then we need to reevaluate the situation, okay? So inversing this again, brah. Something like this occurs, right? Where you end up getting this nasty bottom, you rally back up somewhere, and then again, you double bottom, you come up, you end up making some kind of, you know, neckline, right? And you're testing that, and then this is exactly what we're looking for, right? So we kind of already drew that. I just drew it from another perspective. And look, it's like 3 falling peaks, right? 3 falling peaks. So let's leave that there. And let's see how nasty that one gets, right? Man. Are you prepared for that? Are you okay? Would you be okay if that happened? You know, one might say that you could even prosper if this were to happen, right? As long as we don't get, you know, our blinders on by this pump to 6K, and everybody's just going to be like, oh my God, 10K ETH. This is following Bitcoin's track. It's going to 20K. This is what Bitcoin did when it crossed 5K. And I'm not going to say that that didn't happen. That did happen. It was 2017. Went from 5K to 20K in like somewhere between 3 weeks and like a month and a half. I don't know. It felt like 3 days. But anyways, ETH, let's go to the daily, okay? On the daily, on this Russian Ponzi, it's bad, okay? So here's what we're looking at. Look at this momentum. Just, I mean, and you're talking about a long period of time here, okay? So you're talking about 44 days of declining positive momentum. Okay? Declining momentum. This looks like Joe Biden's approval rate. Okay? It's just declining every day that goes by, right? Look at the relative strength. Now, this hasn't completely, shit the fan yet, which is why we need it to do this. Okay, we need it to come up here, break out of this, and make its way up here. And some point up here, we want to paint the bearish divergence. And this is 6K right here. Okay, we'll mark this. $6K ETH happens on this lower high on the RSI. Okay, but this bearish divergence, holy, look at this shit, man. On the daily, it's nasty, bro. All right, look where it starts, October the 7th, right here on this high. Okay, and then our next high, October the 15th, boom, there's another one. The next one, October the 20th, 21st, boom. Then we have October the 29th, boom, there's another one. And we have November the 2nd, and it's almost more like this. Boom. Okay. So, yeah, guys, it's not pretty, okay? It's not pretty. Now, we have a little room on the RSI, okay? Like we said, this isn't completely overbought yet, right? There's a little room here, and this should line up with this, right? It should line up with this one. So here, where you're going to have lower levels of relative strength on price, you're going to put in a higher high, okay? So it's going to be right there somewhere. And it kind of makes sense because you get yourself set up, and this is like the 1618, and then this above it becomes your optimal entry area, okay? This right above the 1618. And what do I mean by the 1618 is this. From here to here, look at this. We hit the 1618, okay? That occurred. Okay, you got your 1618. You got your 1618 golden mean ratio. You hit it. And now you could look for your optimal entry area, which would be layering bids, layering sell orders and shorts. Take profit on longs into building a short position, shorting ETH at $6,000. If we get this bearish divergence on that RSI, man, that's going to be a nice short for the ages, guys. Like, you're going to be able to take that one down, like, real bad. It's probably going to come down 3K. Want to say 3K? Want to say right here? Boom. 28.48. That's That's about what you're going to hit. So from here to here, 53% loss in value on the Russian Ponzi. Somewhere like that is like what I envision. And there's going to be some kind of BS catalyst, right? There's always some kind of crap catalyst that's going to occur up here, but it's not really going to be the catalyst, right? Like the catalyst is right here. Like, let's look at this on the daily, okay? Zooming back out. Do you see anything like that? Like in the history of ETH? Not really, right? Look at this. Are you kidding me? Look at this. It looks like the stock market. I mean the dollar, right? It looks like the value of the dollar. Not the stock market, the DXY. The dollar value over time. From $1 equaling $1 to it now equaling like trash, right? Trash. All right. Moving along, now that we know what we're looking at here on the USDT pair, and we understand that Bitcoin's about to go freaking ape shit. Bitcoin USDT, you were painting the where were we at? We want to paint some hidden bullish divergence here as we build this position, continue to build. All that being said, it's pointing up, right? It's pointing up. So then we look at ETH to BTC, the last of the charts, right? So at this point, like, you have all these highs, right? All these, what these harmonics made from, if we call it, here, let me mark a few of these highs out real quick. So this A1, we'll mark this one the same color as it is, right? So it's like, it's pink. Then we'll mark this A, all right? And that is blue. And we got another blue right here, okay? So these areas, right? Look back left, and let me continue. I'll mark the yellow. Even though we've already visited it priorly, right? Prior, it's still important critical area, has been. So let's mark this C, right? So this one's the dark blue. And we have one more dark blue, which is the A. All right. So now that we have all that marked out, let's zoom in here. Fibbing this from high to low. I know it's kind of hard to see, but our three targets here, 1272, I'll mark our targets in green. 1272, 1414, and 1618. All right, so now let me delete this. All right, here we go. And let's take this level by level. So look where you are. Look what we marked, and look where you are, okay? So that was this A. So you're basically butting up against the first target of the harmonic, which you just hit for the third time, okay? That's not going to hold. Very unlikely that this area holds for much longer, okay? If you get one more little sell-off and then you come back again, like it's, you know, you're talking about a boost through. It might happen right now, okay? Like it looks like it's ready to engulf the area already. So break above this area, back test it as support. Step 1. Step 2, follow through price action to the upside, and you're going to fall right into this zone right here. Boom, 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 boom. And you need a hold, right? You got to hold and then break above. You probably reject. You back test it again, right? And you got to just hold the area. If you hold that area, that's when you get these targets, okay? Again, the same one, you breach it again, and you do what you're doing like right now, right here. You do that again right here, right, with these 3 touch points, and you finally get above it, and then you do the same thing again, right? So that is basically what we would expect to see have happen, and what would tell us no would be this, right? So there's your no versus your yes on ETH to BTC, and I'm on team yes at the moment. Okay, we're on team this is gonna play out. All right. So that being said, um, all that what all that last 6 charts came to this conclusion: Bitcoin's gonna pump, ETH is gonna pump, more money's coming into the total market cap, and during all of that, ETH is going to pump harder than Bitcoin. So, well, yes, we're bullish on Bitcoin. Our ETH position needs to be larger. Okay? Summary. All right. Moving along to Litecoin. All right, Litecoin. We came up, tagged that first target, right? Tagged it. And then you sold right off and you lost about, it wasn't catastrophic, but you lost 15% of your value. Okay, 15.27% of your value as soon as you tagged our target. All right. So if you were to have taken profits here, think you could have reinvested those profits in this area, and now you're back up here. Okay. So that was your sell off, and here's where you're back to. So it's possible again we get a little bit of a sell off, and then we do this, right? Still in the cards. It's not over yet, but right now, I mean, you're up 5% on the new day, engulfing the past 12 hours. So Litecoin seems, and again, look, that was your top of the golden zone too. That was the 1618, right? If we fib this from the previous high to low, you can see where we tagged, right? Look at this. 618, excuse me, I think I said 1618, but you hit that 618 on the dot and then you sold off, and that was at top of that golden zone. Okay, so our next area of interest would be we need to get above the $295 mark, and if so, we could see 350 and 375. Okay, 350 to 375 would be next. So it's likely when you hit this, 350 to 375 area, that's where you can see Bitcoin, at that 72,500 area that we were looking at. It's possible that that would be occurring simultaneous. Okay. So, yeah. All right. Moving along. Maker. Last time we charted Maker, we marked out this bullish Batley, and we marked this out. And look where we tagged this, guys. Jeez, that was a nice little tag. See that double bottom, those two closes? Look at it. Right at 2350. Okay? So we said if you sell here, you're never going to make it. Immediately the asset pumps 55%. All right, and you sold off. Okay, look, this is exactly what we're looking for on Bitcoin, right? Sold off, kind of rally, but then you end up with this double bottom. So I think we were marking that on a different time frame, but anyways, we still have it. It's still here. Okay. So still in development. It hasn't turned yet, but there's your lower level here on your low right there. Okay. There's your low. And here is your other low with this one. Okay. So hidden bullish divergence. Hidden bullish divergence in development. Not on the RSI, just on the MACD. If this were harmonic structure, You got some Gartley stuff again, so it's possible you see one more low here. Okay, hit the 786 right here. Still painting hidden bullish divergence, and yeah, 2,600 buy zone. Okay. $2,600. If you get it, add to your position on Maker. Overall, we still have plenty of room. We have much higher targets here. 4K, even as high as 5K, almost 6K. So basically saying, what we're saying is Maker is lagging Ethereum right now, but that's temporary. We're saying that Maker is going to basically get into about the same price as ETH, around 6K, shy of it, but both assets will be about 6K when this thing comes to an end. Let's see. Inch, 1 inch. All right, inch. So they tried to stop us out. I think we actually put this stop after that. We're using this as protection, right? Hidden bullish divergence still there, and now you're starting to lose negative momentum, so we need to paint some positive, and that should get us back into positive territory here on this trade. A little underwater right now, down 8%, down bad, but never fear, it's not over till it's over. 6 and 650 would be those areas. Okay, $6 and 650. You don't want to see this, right? You don't want to see this. That would be your cue to cut. Okay. Yeah, that would be your cue to cut. All right. Overall, though, we're still looking for 6 and 650. Okay, the 6 to 650 area. Geez. That work? There we go. 6 to 650 area still in play. Ave. I mean, it's kind of already pumped up to this area, but on one of these time frames, let's look at it. 8, 6, 4, 3. That is promising. Okay. From high to low. Not quite. Let's keep going. 2. It's not there. 1. It's not there. 30-minute. Sorry. 30-minute, 886. 30-minute, 886. Sorry, I'm just trying to find where this square up is. Tightening it up. Yeah. So 30-minute, 886 at 433. Okay. 433, 12 hours. Go back here. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Mouse too sensitive. Okay, we've got it marked. We've got it marked. So what needs to happen here is, you're basically range bound between 300 and 320. You need to get back above 320. You're going to tag 340. Okay. You need to get above 340. This will be critical. This will send you flying. Why? Look at this. Look at this area. Okay. So if you can do this above 340, okay, that is the ticker. And if you can get above 340, 350, you're going to go straight to 420 to 430. Okay. This 420 to 430 area would be it. I mean, that's a nice little move right there. Okay. 40%. Okay. That would be the play on AVE. And yeah, that makes sense. Look at this. It's just, that's your target, right? That's your previous harmonic. You're going back there, you're squaring up what you did already, and then you could kind of have a double top, or partial decline, right? Partial decline, and then raid this area again, get above it, and then that's how you can tag that much, much higher 580, okay? So we'll see what happens. All right. Moving along, we have AVAX. Sorry. Thought I was on my crosshair. Okay. AVAX. Look at this, guys. Kidding me? How long ago did we mark those targets, right? How long ago did we mark those targets? BNB setup. BRB. What is this? This is great. Yeah, okay. We'll look at that after. All right. Sorry. AVAX. We've hit target 1. Man, did we hit target 2? 97.41. We got to 97, 96.91. I'm going to say we hit that target. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Target hit? I mean, come on. Come on, bro. We can't do any better than that. If you want better than that, it ain't happening, okay? What is this? From A to D, 1618, 97, okay? All right, at this point, I mean, this trade, you haven't really painted any negative momentum. It's possible you get a sell-off here, okay? It's possible you paint lower levels of negative momentum, just enough to paint the hidden bullish divergence. Okay. And in order to do that, you would need a sell-off. But your sell-off would just have to be higher than $60. Okay. So if you sell back off and you square up right here at 73, well, that would paint hidden bullish divergence. Okay. So AVAX, I would say that your trade at the moment is kind of, it's not over, but it's kind of already happened. All right. So yeah. Yep. I recorded it as well. Yeah, it's recorded. Spicy. It should populate itself, at 5 to 10 minutes after it's done. Okay. BNB. This was an idea. It's just an idea. Let me just clean this up. Sorry. Okay. Do we have hidden bull? No, not yet. So one more sell-off to 559. How about that? Can we get that? One more sell-off to 559 would square up this area right here. Okay. Square up that area. And at that point, from this low, I mean, you would definitely be painting hidden bullish divergence because, look, you're already almost doing it. So a little bit more of a sell-off, you're going to have massive amount if you get that low. You don't even really need to at this point. You could just go slightly lower, which could keep price way up here, right? It would put it here, but you only need a minor retrace to get this to finish. You don't need a ton of action here. See what I mean? So a little bit of selling off, paint the hidden bull, but you could sell off. You could still sell off more, of course, right? Still be painting it. You just can't go lower than this low. Okay. This low has to hold. We have it marked here at 440. You can't lose 440. And you're going to know because you have protection at 520. So if you were to sell off here, even here, right, it should hold there. So this should be protection. You shouldn't be in jeopardy here. Okay. But again, even on this asset, this thing's kind of already like it's ran. I mean, yes, there's more room. Sure, there's more room. I'm not gonna say there's not, but it's had a heck of a run already. Man, to go back to 1,000, it's possible. You need this. You need this bad though, right? Because again, that's kind of like you've tested this area once right here, right, with this head, and then you tested it again here, right, and you failed. So at this point, getting back to this 650 area would be huge. You're basically you're there right now, but you're there on this second try, right? And you don't really have momentum with you yet, so it's more likely to sell this off and come back. Um, but yeah, getting back to the 650, getting above that, that's what you would need to do, okay? To see that 1,000 area. If you continue to sell off here and continue to backtest these areas, that's when it's over, right? So those are your scenarios. Doge, Doge, right at this entry still. Yeah, you had a little bit of a scare during that sell off, right? A little bit of a scare, but nothing near the 22-cent low. You went as low as 23.75, but you're sitting right back at above 26 cents. So you're right at the entry. So nothing's really changed here. You're still looking for 40 cents. 40 cents on Dodge. Still in the cards. Okay. FTT. All right, FTT, you need to get above that $61 area. You need to get above it, okay? You didn't really do anything there. You squared this area up. You see that square up, guys? This is the stuff I'm talking about. See this, how you came right back to that area? Let me zoom in. Okay, so watch. When price, let's go back to here. Yeah. So when price was here, right, you engulfed up and you went up to test this area. When you break it, you have a nice run, but you can clearly see where price left that area at $58, right? So as this, progressed, you came right back to that square up. You see what I mean? And then look how the area held after the square up. You really held strong. So this is not a bad entry right here. But this would be some nice confirmation at above 61 though, okay? It's likely also the next time we hit 61 that it really never, not that it never comes back below it, but it just should be very significant, okay? It should really like do some damage to the bears if you can get back above that area. And you can see that's the previous B high. Looking back left, that was our B, right? So that's a very critical area. Get back above it. And yeah, and hold. Okay. So FTT, if that happens, we're looking for this $80 area, okay? Link. So yeah, we'd like to reclaim 34.50, basically 35. More 35 would be a little better. So let me just take those off. Looking at this though, look where we sold back off on that wick. Check that out, right? We just wicked right back down to that orange line, 32.12. Squared that area up. Same thing from November the 8th, right? We just squared that up. Boom. So holding above 32 is critical, right? You got to hold above there. You don't want to see this lost, okay? So if you can maintain maintain a bit of an uptrend here, right? So it looks like you can channel your way up into this square up deep retrace area. We have marked at $42 to $48. And looking back left, that comes from back over here, okay? So, you know, the whole thing zoomed out, right? That's that critical area. Man, go up here, hit it, partial decline again, right? And come back again. And then maybe you get a blow off top like that. It's possible. But if we did that, right, we would need something to start to hold and come back, right? We need something to be support again. What would be bad is if we come up and hit these targets and you sell off and you sell off again, right? Those two areas of rejection would be bad, right? Okay. GRT it's hanging out right in that zone, just like we drew it up, right? So just like we drew it up, you fell through it, but came immediately right back to it, and you're just holding in that area. Getting back above 120 would be critical, and that's how you'll see this golden zone. Okay. All right. Bat. Our bat on bat, we had the sell-off, we recovered, sold back off again, regarded that. Look at that, pinpointed that. Look at that, pretty solid. That's where these previous candle high closes were. You came and you back tested that area, and it was this also this square up area as well. So now it looks like you're getting some nice rallying. You're up already another 4% on the day. So if you want to get bullish here, you need to get above these areas, right? So get above $1.40, $1.45 area, and that's how you can see higher prices. Until then, you don't want to sell off below this, okay? That's your bad zone, right? This is your invalidation point, because look at all this support, okay? You cannot regard that support as resistance again. Shiba, bullish Batley. Oh, it's possible on this Shiba shitcoin that you still get one more 786, okay? You didn't hit it yet, technically. This is still in play, all right? If you get that sell off like that, this would be your long entry area if you're not already long. All right, so I'm like that between 3,500 and 4,500 sats. Okay, that would be your long zone. Because yeah, this is possible. You go all the way to 886, right, which is the bottom, and the kind of right here in the middle is the 786. You've already tagged the top, so you should really be down in here. That's more of your buy zone. Okay. All right. ICP. Whoa. All right, here we go. Oh, look. We rallied up, came right back down, almost exactly into the buy zone. Look at this. So at this point, we're saying maybe you get this double bottom to occur that we painted, right? There's the first part. Here's the second part. All we need is that little third part, right? So right there, okay? So sell back off one last time, painting a third higher low, right? Because you have, you know, this D low here, and then you have this wick low, and now you'd be painting even a third higher low, okay? Let me delete some of that, clean it up, clean it up, clean it up. You've already hit the buy zone. You don't need to come back and tag this. You can paint a higher low. Continuation 77.86. ICP still looks good. Stop still good. Nothing has changed. Absolutely nothing has changed. Sol should stand for shit out of luck. Okay. So you came up, tagged the 1618. Okay. So this is what we're looking at on ETH, guys. Exactly this. You came up, you tagged the 1618. You did that on ETH. You had a small sell off. You just did this on ETH. This is what we're working on. This is 5K, 6K ETH, and then you sell off. And here's that nasty little dump, right? So, yeah, at this point for Sol, you have to get back above this area, okay? You have to get back up above 240 if you want to see any sort of continuation. This sell-off and back testing of this area is how you sell off again, okay? That's what we've just been looking at on all these charts. So critical that you get above 240 and go, okay? So we need to reclaim. All right. Let's go to theta. Oof, theta wrecked. Stopped out. So let's see how the 12-hour hidden bullish divergence is looking. Not really there. Pretty non-existent. I bet it's on the daily. Yeah, there it is. Hidden bullish divergence on the daily. Again, it's possible this isn't over. You could still square this up at $5. There's a square up right here, okay? So it's possible that this one still bleeds off again. And then you get your rally, okay? So this one kind of invalidated itself. Not as strong as the others. Better setups out there. XRP, look at that. Off that 786 entry zone, right? We got it. We rallied up. We got the partial decline. Hidden bullish divergence. Rally. Okay, so now on XRP, we're looking at this big Gartley, right? See this nasty, massive Gartley? That's what we're going to run into when we hit our target of this smaller cipher. You see that? So you're going to have these targets completing as one hits its take profit, the other one hits its short entry area, okay? So watch out here on XRP. Possible you still get a nice move here. You know, there's still a good 40% move out there. Okay. So XRP is interesting. Tezzy's, dang it. We lost it. Lost her. Yep. Possible now on Tezzy's 470. 470. This was tagged, followed through. Okay, so look, we rallied up, and when we sold off, right, we back tested this. See how and now we have that follow through. So it's likely you back test again and you follow through again, right? So in order to be bullish, you need to get above this area. So that's basically $7. You need to like get above this $7 zone, okay? Have to get above 7 to remain bullish. If not, you're going to find yourself at 470. Comp still just in the buy zone. Had this nice buy zone, came back up, squared it back up, and now let's get out of it and then get back above 480. So comp looks good still. Nothing's wrong on the comp. All right, moving along. Ethereum Classic. Ethereum Classic just back tested the entry. Nothing has changed on this one. This is still a decent trade that you can be in. Everything on that screen remains valid. Very possible still that you get 125 on Ethereum Classic. Because, like, what's going to happen if you get above these two target areas, right? These first two target areas. If you get above this, you're just going to move, you're going to send it, okay? So, but again, it's possible that you reject this area, right? That's why we would take 2/3 of our profit there, right? You'd have target 1, take a third, target 2, take a third, target 3, take a third. Or you get stopped out in profit somewhere here because you trail your stop loss with you as you start to move up this trade, right? So just some trade management. YFI, look at this back test. Look at that. Strong. YFI is still strong here. Hidden Bearish Divergence. Oh, yeah. Yep. This one's a send. So YFI, Ethereum Classic. YFI and Ethereum Classic. Those have been, along with, of course, ETH, right? ETH and Bitcoin. Because those are the ones that are going to really, lead the show here. Yeah, Ethereum Classic, but this YFI, man, this YFI looks really, really, really strong here. Holy, what do you think of that? See, that's like the inverse of what Ethereum looks like on the daily. Yeah, this is good. This is good. YFI. Okay, so you don't want to do this. Okay? So as long as you don't do this, you're good. What you want to do is get above this 37,250 area, and that's how you're going to end up at 44K, right? This 38,000 area, you need to get above there, regard it as support, flip it, SR flip this level, right? Support, resistance, we need the SR flip, all right? Support resistance level flipped, and that's how you get this rally to the purple zone up top, okay? Dote. Okay. So, interesting. We had our take profit target area. We hit it. It sold off. It's still right there, though. Still right there. So, if you were a dot maximalist, you do not want to see this. Okay? Do not want to see that. What you need is to reclaim 4880. Okay, reclaim 4880, and then you're going to have this critical overhead resistance area. It's possible you even reject it again, come back here again, and then this is when you get above it, right? Almost paint to head and shoulders here, and then it just has this complete psych out, right? So yeah, you don't want to lose 46 and regard it as resistance, okay? Don't regard 46 as resistance. You need to regard 48 as support for continuation. NEM. XEM. NEM. Okay. Look at this. We hit that target. Tanked. Look at that. Look at that. Would you imagine that, right? So what we had here was a bearish bat. We hit from high to low. We hit that 886. Once we hit the 886, we sold off. We sold off to the 618. Okay. So 618s are interesting because they're Gartleys, right? You very rarely get 618 sell-offs. Not rarely, but they're just important levels, okay? So how it begins to paint the Gartley, X, A, 618, B, somewhere between a 382 and a 78 or an 886. So we'll just say right here 756 square up, sell all the way back off 786 right there, which is this level again, right? So there it is. So yeah, interesting, right? What we're saying is partial rally, double top, sell back all the way off. This is when Bitcoin dominance is happening. You get right in this area and you long the crap out of it, okay? So 17 cents basically. So what an alert. Okay. Add an alert and see what happens, right? See if we can tag that area. And if so, we will have a nice little Gartley in play. Always up for Gartleys. Always up for a good Gartley. All right, NEM. Moving on, DYDX. Here's another asset that you should be building a position on. This is good. Good here. Oof, look at this. Oh, man. 1, 2, 3, 4 times bullish divergence on the MACD. Whoops. Okay, so let's type this out for later. Forex bullish divergence right here. 3x RSI bullish divergence. Man, this is alert. Alert. And it looks like it's like, look at right where you're holding, right where you tagged, right where you came down into. Perfect 886 buy zone, holding above it. I mean, that's a critical area to be back above. Next, you need to get above 1685. This. Okay. It's possible you do this. It's still possible. All right. But either way, this should be on your radar major. Okay. Major radar. Pepe alert. Okay. So, I'm going to throw it in the Discord real quick for you guys. DYDX 4x Yeah, DXDY, whatever this is called, DYDX is going to melt someone's face It's going to be nasty pump. Nasty pump. DY, DX. You're already up a couple points on the day. Oh yeah, you're sending it right as we speak. Yep, you sure are. Low time frame, but it's definitely got some legs under it. Somebody heard us talking about it. Oh, I already longed the bottom. Entry 1477. I think I'm gonna add a little bit here though. Okay, so DYDX, this is a full send. Everyone, pump it, pump it up. Okay, moving along to H bar. H bar, we're still long H bar. Look at this, H bar up 6.66%. Nothing has changed. H bar good. Another higher low painted, right? Another higher low, little square up above critical support resistance, horizontally looking back left, and now above the B. Look where you back tested that and held. Kidding me? You kidding me, bro? Okay, so this would be fine. This would not be fine. Okay. Highly likely that this is the case though, right? So 54 cents is the target, 886. Bearish bat in play. Okay, right here you got 886. All right, right there, H bar, 54 cents. 54 cents. YFI, yeah, YFI is also full send. So is ETC. What the fuck is that? Oh damn. Is that what's pumping? DYDX. Whoops, my bad. Did we do that? Just freaking bazookas. Bazooka. Look at that bazooka. Look at that bazooka. Very nice. Entry was 1477. 1477. Come on, bro. Get out of here. Full send. Full send. All right. Told you to build position. Okay. H bar. Good. Sheeb. All right, let's see. Dash. Dash looking just fine. Look at this. We said go up here, break out, back test it. You did that exactly. Maybe do it twice and then go. Dash is doing exactly what we want it to. Add Dash to the list of longs. Dash long. Ocean, this was just an idea, right? Potential idea. Oh, whoa. What the frick just happened on Ocean? Whoa. Did you see that? All right. Anyways. Yeah, let's see what you just did here. All right. X, A, B, C, D. And you're pumping. So that looks like a really nice target right there. Coincides with the A. 886. Let's see. Yeah, 886 is right on it as well. That's the area. Next area of interest right here. $1.20, $1.21 area on Ocean. Okay. Ocean. As long as you hold above 90 cents, you're fine for $1.20. BTT. Need to get above 4,000 sats here. Okay. So nothing has changed here. Stop loss was attempted, but not. No, this was the recent low. We were using this previous low, the C really. So you're fine here. You still need to do this. You still need to get above 4,000 sats. But if you do, oh man, potential nasty move on BTT. What? Okay. SRM, backtested critical support. Look at this. Marked it exactly to do that up. And look at that. And go back. Okay? Go back. Go back. All right. So do exactly what we said. Go up there. Get above the neckline at 825. Backtest it. Run to 11 and 13. SRM, nothing changed. Nothing changed. That's where you are. Okay? V-chain. FET. V-chain. Okay, so you have some critical support areas here. We said come back in here, hold it. You did. Came back in here, held it, got back above. Okay, so must follow this to get up to 25 cents. All right, have to hold. You don't want to see this. Okay. 15. What is this, D? Keep that. Okay, we're fine. Whoops, skipped one. AXS. Oh, sorry. I think we're looking at this on the 4-hour. Gosh. Here we go. Okay. So, looks like this butterfly actually hit the 1272. Yep. You just had too much resistance there. There was just too much resistance. So, this area is critical. All right. So, we need to get above 163 and you'll go straight to 181. Okay. Get above here. Get above this. You go straight to 181. AXS. Look, it's like you're in the middle of a range though. This is not really a trade. You know what I mean? You're buying like the range midpoint. You got to buy range low or sell a range high, but you don't really take a trade in the midpoint. So if this were to give you some kind of back to the range low where you're painting a higher low here, then maybe. But right here, forget it. I just gave you like 5 other things better than that one. Rune, look at that. Hit our bearish Batley. You remember the bearish Batley? 786. Deep retrace right here. We tagged the bottom of it at the 786. No more, right? So we will fib this from high to low. You hit the 786 and you sold off. Okay. So now that we did that, we basically 50% retracement, Dow's theory. So potential bat in store here. Right at this square up. Oops. So the square up area here would be a good entry area on Rune if you get it again. Okay. So we have this critical line here. It may hold above, whoops. It may hold above that. And then again, that's like a Batley, right? Where you have the 50% on the B, but you get the 786 on the D. So again, this bearish Batley may morph into a bullish Batley, right? Did I have that capital? So aggressive. All right, so somewhere in here would be your buy zone, okay? You'd be looking for the divergences for answers as you approach the area. But yeah, let's just set an alert there. And we'll check back on it later. Is it possible to pump from here? Yeah, that's what we're saying this is for, right? And then you come back down. This is your Bitcoin dominance happening, right? Okay, Russian Ethereum, looking good. DYDX, interesting. Very interesting asset. 12. Okay. Moving along, we have GBTC on the daily. Market was closed today due to veterans. There was action, but like it was closed, right? Like prices still moved, but some of these didn't. Not exactly sure. I don't really care about it from that perspective, but holiday, right? They call it holiday. GBTC, again, if we get this rally, okay, so look, maybe that price action could have filled that gap that we dumped on recently, but I don't even know that it needs to. We could still run all the way up to target 2, fail here, and then come and fill the gap on the way back down, okay? So you don't have to worry so much about the gap immediately. Like, look, this gap never filled. You see what I mean? So we come up here, hit this, fill this gap, fail here, end up filling the gap on the way back down, right? And on the way back down, that is definitely going to be something that we will be concerned with, or at least watching out for, right? So anyways, back to BTC. Let's actually look at ETH on the 4-hour here. Yeah, you're holding you're holding above our channel heart line. Had a decent little pump, I think, like on the lower time frames. Pass out, maybe not. Jeez. Let's just be entry. That's why we're up. Yeah, I mean, okay, so I'm just seeing any requests here. Okay, we have a request here from Holy. Man, if YFI is going to outperform Bitcoin also, that would be an interesting one. So, man, the thing about these, it's like, if anything, you're at like a critical support, right? Looking back left, let me go like daily. So we are at this critical, well, you almost squared that back up all the way from November 7th, 2020. You're at that same low point, okay? You see this? So, if anything, like it's definitely critical support, but you've just been in this massive downtrend, right? So, for YFI to take back over on BTC, it's possible, sure. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, yeah. 3x bullish divergence on the daily on both the MACD and the RSI. So RSI wise, it'd be really good to get above that 50% area. Okay. So this needs to get up here. And then next, you need to get above that 60 area. Okay. So that is going to show us that we're on the right track. All right. So that's what we'll be looking for on the RSI for confirmation. See the 3-day real quick. 3-day also showing some bullish divergence. Even larger levels, right? More significant in structure. Okay. And tail end RSI bullish divergence. Let's see, do we got it? We sure do. 1, 2, 3. YFI looks good. YFI looks good. I mean, you're gonna end up at like 1.69 here pretty soon. If it does go, that square up there is gonna get tagged. Tag, you're it. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Okay. That looks like about it for the evening, guys. So hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Back to Bitcoin here. Just put it on the 12-hour. Zoom back in. Indecision candle. Maybe you get the sell-off. Maybe you don't. Oh, that's what I wanted to show real quick. ENPH. We had a nice pump today. Massive pumpage. Okay, so we're painting a potential. Well, the shark would have been here. 113. So we're painting a shark, guys. So this shark may have a 50% retracement. What would that look like? Well, it would look like almost a gap fill, square up kind of thing. So watch out for this. Possible 187 to 200 back test. Okay. We never back tested this area. We just gapped right up from it. Okay. So it's possible here that we come back down and then, get that next rally. Okay. This will just be that partial decline, right? Partial decline. So if you're in a long, bring your stop up. It's possible that you still can go as high as the 1618, and this was always a butterfly, as we thought, right? 1618 sends you all the way. It's almost like, look, it's going to go from shark, pump down here, hit the 5-0, and then it'll turn into a butterfly anyways. You're just going to do it like this. Okay. So ENPH. All right. Well, hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Duck out. Peace.